August Young here at DocSports.com, covering the NBA game today between the Houston Rockets right here and the Golden State Warriors. Also going to give you guys a bonus pick on this Cavs and Heat game, but that has been covered here on the Docs channel, so that will be secondary here. The main pick is the Rockets and the Warriors. I don't have a premium play in the NBA tonight, so you guys can get both of my sort of picks for this game. Now, I haven't done research on this. We're going to handicap this from a pure market standpoint and my inclination on these games. So Golden State Warriors laying 4 at home. The biggest limit in the market right now is coming at Circa and Sports 411. Something interesting happening here at Pinnacle, which is taking a lower limit, who are getting a bit, they're giving Golden State -4 even money, which is interesting. Used to be known as the penny lean, sort of leaning on the side of the Rockets there at +4. Some sharp books like Prime, Sports 411, and Paradise are starting to juice that 4. You see here we got a 4 earlier, and here, and it was brought down to 3.5 each time, and we're now starting to get juice here on the 4 at high limits too. Rivers has 4.5, which is an outstanding price, although I am respecting Rivers more and more these days. I wouldn't say I respect them to the point that I would have them out of line with the market, though. When we look at the money line pricing, you can see about +150 across the board, some +155s out there. And I like to see generally if there is any edge simply just on derivative pricing. So if you look here and we go to at Rivers, we can get that 4.5, right? So if we compare the 4.5 at Rivers and we compare that to, we can get 155 more than easily enough. When we compare these two, we'll see what it gives us here. You'll see that the 4.5 is a much better line than the money line. The true money line here should be +172. Now that's very interesting to me. So the way this works, the +4.5 shows that the true money line should be +172 here. And just to make that my point more so here, let's say we just took a +4 and we compared that with the +155. Let's give it a second here. Again, it should be +164. So this 155 is much lower of what we're getting in market than what the true derivative should be. In fact, we're even getting 50s, 147s here. Now, the way that works is this. If the money line is so far off a derivative, that tells me that the market believe the Rockets have a better chance of winning. Money lines are very, very accurate, and they have a better chance of winning than the current spread indicates, which automatically pulls me from a market perspective side on the Houston Rockets. The fact we're starting to get these juiced at 4s as well at some respected spots makes me like it. For me, solely looking at this, I'll be looking at the Houston Rockets at +4.5 here at Rivers, or a +4. I won't be touching the money line. The +4.5 or +4 is a solid play. So that will be the free pick on that game. Now, when it comes to the Cavs and the Miami Heat, I have to just go with the Cavs at -8.5 based on just generality. Cleveland have dominated this series. We've been on them multiple occasions. I gave a free play out on them, and there are some very interesting trends on Cleveland too. I also heard that anytime you have a team that just beat the most recent team by like more than 20 or something, they cover a really good rate. I'm gonna see if I can pull that trend up. I heard it recently. Say we do opposing team equals the previous opposing team. I think that works. And then previous margin, they won by more. So greater than or equal to 20. I think that will pull up the Cavs in this spot. Let's just see. Yes, it does. And we can see straight up there, yeah, on the blind, like 53% against the spread. And we should note that in the playoffs, the Cavs are on the road. Road favorites of more than like 7.5 have crushed it. 67.4% against the spread, 84.1% straight up. Cavs -8.5. You can also sprinkle a money line here. I think if you want to go with the Cavs, like minus, what would be a fair money line? I would take like the Cavs at like -400 or something on the money line, and then parlay that in with the Rockets at like +4.5 or +4. Like I said, I wouldn't do the money line just because the better value in this is on the spread. So you can do a money line parlay with the Cavs and then with the spread on the Rockets, or you can just go ahead and parlay the spread and the money line too. The fact Rivers, which I said I respected earlier, is moving up to 9 here on the side of Cleveland is interesting. We're getting some juice 8.5s. And places that are taking big limits. I know like Circa here are taking 10 times. They were at minus 105 on that 8.5. They moved to 8 flat, and now minus 8.5 flat. Now minus 8.5 at 115. So I like them both, man. Cleveland Cavaliers, spread, money line. Houston Rockets, spread. They're the 3 plays for today, guys. $360 account and the link below. Premium best bets are at Doc Sports. This is August Young. See you guys next time.